Hello and welcome. My name is Zara and I'm going to be walking you through the astrology of December 2025. I like December. Okay, happy holidays to you. I like December because it feels a bit more at ease. November was intense, especially with the Mercury retrograde, the delays and the tough conversations, especially with Scorpio season. And let me be honest with you, it is preparing you for 2026. Okay, I don't want you to not take note of the retrograde we've just had in November. The 2026 guidebooks are available. Yes, they are. This is going to help you with navigating the energy and the astrology of 2026. And in October of 2026, we do have Venus retrograde, and it will retrograde in Scorpio. Mercury will also be retrograde during that time. And I feel like this retrograde that we've just had, right, in November, we are going to be looking back at what was experienced, okay? Just keep that in mind, especially with the Venus retrograde in Scorpio. Venus is the planet of love and money. In Scorpio, it is not at home, okay? It's not comfortable, doesn't like to be, it's in detriment. So that means next year, in the end of the year, we're going to be reviewing this retrograde. So whatever truths were revealed, whatever plans you came up with that retrograde, try to implement them in the beginning of the year, the rest of the year. That is the best advice I can give to you. Okay, if you sleep on the ideas and the revelations you had during this Mercury retrograde, then the Venus retrograde in Scorpio would feel a lot more intense. I mean, it is a Venus retrograde, but do the work that you can do for preparing for the future, basically, and take, the steps. Sometimes we come up with ideas, we see things, and then we just don't do it. So here's me motivating you to get things done, okay? And I love it. January, we are going to be definitely getting things done. Okay, Mars will be in Capricorn. And Mars is in its exaltation and its action, motivation, and getting things done. So January is going to be that kind of energy. But let's get into December. This is going to be our month to take a moment back to breathe, to see things very clearly, especially since the post-shadow period ends December 15th in Sagittarius. So we are going to get the clarity we need. Now let's get into December 2025, the final year. Happy holidays. Wishing you such a blessed time. And do comment your sun, moon, and rising, and I will respond to you. Hello, Aries, and happy holidays. Wishing you a beautiful, festive, bright, and amazing December. And don't forget to comment down below. Let me know your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you, and I will respond to you down below in the comments. Now, we start off the month December 4th with a full moon in Gemini. So this is you completing a short distance trip, completing errands, completing tasks, things you need to get done. You could also be looking at your environment, making some changes with your environment, your neighborhood, connecting to your neighbors, your siblings, your relatives. There's a lot of communication going on during this time, especially if there's anyone that's been gossiping about you, it can be brought to the surface. You're also focusing on your health, your wellness, your routine, and opportunities. That's where the contracts and deals come through for work-related matters. Right? This is where you are communicating a lot at work. Services. This is where you could provide help to someone else. Okay? Or if you offer services yourself, this is you now, seeing opportunities through the services that you offer. But your health and wellness will be good. You focusing on what can I do in terms of self-care for me? Where can I look after me? It's important that you do so. That's why short distance trips, you're completing that. You might even have a heart-to-heart with a family member or just anyone in general, because this is your communication and your sense of expression and how you communicate and how you express yourself. So communication is key here, and how you present yourself. You'll be rethinking the way you communicate and express yourself based on your own thoughts. So there's going to be a shift within your thought process, how you communicate to yourself, because that influences your communications. And a lot of you might even be done talking to some people during that time. But it's great for writing projects. It's great for content creation, opportunities through contracts or information that you've been waiting on, especially stuff you started 6 months ago. Now, December 10th, we have Neptune going direct in Pisces. And there's anyone that has been acting behind the scenes, they will be brought to light. This is where you gain the clarity. See, Neptune going direct in Pisces is huge. Okay? We had Neptune in Aries this year. And this is our last bit of Neptune in Pisces. In 2026, Neptune will enter into Aries where it will remain. So this is huge. This is you closing out a cycle. This is you gaining clarity on what you need to let go of emotionally that's been weighing you down. Like, I can't carry this burden. I can't carry past events anymore. This is healing, forgiveness. Neptune going direct in Pisces is good. This is where you're focusing on your future, your healing, your spiritual journey. December 11th, we have Mercury entering into Sagittarius. Again, this is really great for learning, adventure, travel, right? This is where you might be looking at travel dates and looking at higher education, looking at any publications you want to put out. Legal matters too, you can utilize this energy for that. Legalities or even legal matters. This is you speaking your truth. This is your mind breaking free. This is your mind wanting to seek adventure. So you might even do something completely different from what you normally do. Maybe you're connecting to family that are traveling, right? During this time, but it's definitely an exciting time. It's a great time to connect to people from, with different beliefs and philosophies in yourself. You are really exploring. December 15th, Mars enters into Capricorn. And this is great. We're going to have Mars in Capricorn in January, right? So this is potent and powerful energy. Mars is exaltation. Yeah, Mars loves to be in Capricorn. It's like, yes, time to get things done. This is your ambitions, your goals, your drive. This is where you refocused on like, what do I need to get done? What are my goals? What are my ambitions? What do I want for the, 2026? And you're working towards it. And you will be working in 2026, right? This is great for completing those tasks in the office, completing those tasks at work, completing the things so that in 2026, things are a bit easier for you. You got that drive. Watch out for aggression. Mars here also influences your reputation, makes you a bit impulsive, especially the way you perceive. This is your reputation, the way you come off. And tensions could arise with employers or as well as people in authority, including parents. So just be prepared for that. You could be taking more action around your parents during this time or elders. Now, December 20th, we have a beautiful new moon in Sagittarius, and this is going to influence you of what you want to see fulfilled in 2026. 6 months from now, we have that full moon in Sagittarius. This is you, very much so, action-orientated and planning towards how do I expand and grow? Higher education, travel. This is your spiritual growth. This is your beliefs. And you could even see yourself traveling. A lot of Aries, I do see travel coming through a lot in the month of December. You connecting to people, right? This is where you are like, what is my travel plans? What is my high education, my publications, how I present myself? Very much focused on that. But you are seeking the biggest thing this month, and that's freedom. And I love this for you. December 21st, Sun enters in Capricorn. This is your career, your goals, your reputation. You're ready to get going. All right, over the next month into January. And then December 24th, we have Venus entering into Capricorn. Love, love, love this for you. This is again, money through your career. Money coming to you in the month of December for your career, your goals, the hard work you've been putting through, even in January. So this is quite an amazing time for you. This is giving success. It is giving blessings. You just need to put the past behind you. Yes, there will be some endings that you're letting go of, but a lot of opportunities want to come your way. Now, don't forget to comment your placements and I will respond to you. Taurus. Happy holidays to you. This is an exciting time for you. I will see money coming through in the first week of December, especially if you started anything 6 months ago when we had that new moon in Gemini, because December 4th, we have a full moon in Gemini. And this is bringing that money to you. This is money in your bank account based on your skills and talents. This, you're also rethinking how you approach your skills and talents. How can you find success here? Where can money flow to you, right? This is really great, especially if you're not seeing money flow. This is where you're rethinking things. It's like, okay, Gemini is over by Mercury, and Mercury is influencing your finances here. in order for you to find these opportunities and how you move forward. Okay. December 10th, we have Neptune going direct. Inside Pisces, this is you now being very clear about your social dynamics around you, the collaboration, the company that you keep, your friends, your family group. This is you seeing who's not your ally. Right? So even if you work at a company, yes, though that is your choice to associate there. You apply it there. This is where now you are questioning, your associations, your collaborations. And given that clarity, this is where you're completing a cycle you started way back in 2011, when Neptune first entered the Pisces. When it came to your social dynamics, there could have been a lot of illusions, especially. Now you're completing the cycle. By 2026, you're done with Neptune and Pisces. You won't see this again in your lifetime. In 2026, Neptune will enter into Aries. So before you are done, this is where you're gaining that clarity. And when Neptune is direct in Pisces, this is where you can really, really imagine the best for what you want for your future and who you want to collaborate with. After the clarity the Neptune going direct has given you, especially the retrograde period. December 11th, we have Mercury and Sagittarius. And Mercury rules over your money. Okay? And this is influencing shared resources, business partnerships. Mercury is sales, contracts, deals. So you're communicating and thinking a lot about your finances, your budget. You might be rebudgeting. This is where you're thinking about that. If you have a spouse, this is, you communicating with your spouse about their finances. Maybe your spouse can even get a contract financially, right? That offers them something that really makes you feel good during this time. So there's a lot of opportunities here for you. There's also a great time for intimate talks or vulnerable talks, because Mercury is our communication mind, and you'll be deep in thinking about intimate matters and, wanting to share that with yourself and others. So you'll be having this within your mind, but you want to communicate. December 15th, we have Mars entering into Capricorn. And this is exciting. Mars in Capricorn I like Mars in Capricorn. Firstly, it's in its exaltation, and for you, it's all about expansion, growth, and you are an earth sign. So this is in harmony with you. This is like, okay. How do I want to expand and grow? This is great for travel. This is great for higher education. This is about your perspective. This is where you want to have an adventure. This is where you feel free. You're seeking that freedom, and Mars gives you the energy to do so. Do not get into complicated conversations about religious matters, because Mars here can make us very passionate about our beliefs or religious matters. So even beliefs as well. But it's really great for expansion, growth, travel, higher education. December 20th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. With that new moon, you're going to see opportunities over the next 2 weeks about like finances, shared partners, shared resources, or partners' resources, opportunities coming in, new opportunities, which is great. It's also great for intimacy, vulnerability. If there's anything hidden to it, comes to light, right? This is influencing that for you. December 21st, we have the sun entering into Capricorn, and then December 24th, Venus, your ruling planet, enters into Capricorn, all in harmony with you. And this really takes you into January of 2026 of what you want to build. The sun here is about expansion, growth, your beliefs, travel, right? Opportunities coming to do so, opportunities coming to you as well financially. Venus in Capricorn, about your expansion, growth, and what you wish to create. So this is a month of money and freedom, financial freedom. And what do you want for your future? Do comment your placements, because your birth chart is unique to you, and I will respond to you in the comments. December is it looks better than November. Okay? But do not forget the lessons of November. Gemini. I love the start of the month. This is you breaking free. There's a full moon in Gemini, your sign. This is powerful, impactful for you. This is you now saying, hey, what are my goals? How do I get them? And then also, if you started anything 6 months ago, this is where you reach that goal. This is also your physical body. So you could be feeling exhausted and tired. It is a full moon in your sign. This is where you're needing that relaxation. It's about you closing out cycles too. This is like, okay, this is what I'm done with. This is what I'm completing. Can be a goal you're completing, or a cycle like, oh, I'm just so done with this like relationship. Personally, professionally, this is where you're making those big choices about what you want. It's your full moon. This is where you can really be feeling things, and you could be feeling pretty anxious around that time. December 10th, we have Neptune direct in Pisces, and this could have created a lot of confusion, deceptions, misconceptions, the retrograde period especially, and the day that Neptune goes direct, you gain that clarity. When it came to your career, your goals, right, and what you wanted for yourself, even when it came to elders, parents, people in authority, including employers. Now, you've been dealing with Neptune Pisces since 2011. You're about to close out the cycle in 2026. So when Neptune goes direct in Pisces, this is where you have the opportunity to see your vision come to reality. This is where you can truly like see things like, okay, what do I want to create when it comes to my career? Neptune's going to close out the cycle, and they'll give you something that you've never dreamed of in terms of your career over the next couple of months. But first, you need to be very clear about, hey, what has not been right? Where's the deceptions? What needs to fall away? What was just a mirage, an illusion? Now, on December 11th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius. This is you communicating a lot in your one-on-one partnerships, personally and professionally. There's a lot to do with communications. You could find yourself doing a lot of that, okay? December 15th, we have Mars in Capricorn. And this is you now really focusing on taking action when it comes to business partnerships, finances. Mars is in exaltation. So you're like, oh, this is money. This is my money. This is your money. Debts, loans, taxes. This is what you're doing. You're taking action. It's really great for taking action in terms of business partnerships and matters you want to create, move forward with. This can also be it is Mars, so we can have physical intimacy here. In terms of relationships, things get heated. Right? You want to burn off that extra passion you have. That's Mars. Now, there's two things we're doing, especially when it comes to Mars. We either are arguing or we're getting down to business. So just be prepared for that. But it is a very intimate, like physical in the bedroom kind of plan when it comes to intimate matters for you. But it's also really great for business, where you're focusing on like, what do I need to do? Where do I need to sort out things? Also, when it comes to any pain points emotionally, this is where you're like, how do I take action upon this? Where can I seek healing here so I can move forward? Very determined. December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. Singles can meet someone new. An existing relationship that is in balance can take it to the next level, leveling up in your relationships. Also, really great energy for partnerships, professionally, opportunities coming in over the next 2 weeks. You can see these opportunities coming in for you in terms of partnerships. You're getting these offers that help you expand and grow in terms of even what you want for your career. And if you're not working, this is your legacy, your future, what you want. It's your goals, opportunities coming through. December 21st, we have the sun in Capricorn. This is using opportunities when it comes to finances, other people's money, opportunities coming through there, business contracts, business partnerships. That's really great also for intimate matters, getting to the bottom of things when it comes to most intimate relationships. The sun will shine a light on anything that's hidden and will be brought to the surface, including fears that you have within you. This is your most vulnerable part of you being brought to the light. Okay, then on December 24th, Venus enters here. You're going to get money through business partnerships, right? Any business partnership. It's also really great for intimate matters with a partner. This Venus is a sweetening energy here too. Dealing with deep and profound aspects within a relationship. Really, it is a time though where you can see money coming through based on, other people's money flowing to you. Really great time to do so. And Mars is also here where you're taking action upon it and what you want to do when it comes to 2026. Now, don't forget, comment your placements and I will respond to you. Your birth chart is unique to you. So I'm looking forward to seeing your comments. Cancer, happy holidays. Now, this is December, and I can tell you by December 4th, you're exhausted. Mentally, you're exhausted. You're just burnt out. You're emotional. You're sensitive. This is about endings, releasing, saying goodbye, hidden truths being revealed. Okay, so during that time, it's about closure and healing. You're exhausted too, needing some time out, just feeling things deeply. Remember, January 3rd, there's going to be a full moon in your sign. So what does this tell me? This tells me, hello. You are very, very much so focused on, closure and healing during this time, because by the time that full moon comes through, it's like you completing a goal. So you're exhausted, you're needing time out, you're thinking about your spiritual journey. That's what you're doing. December 10th, we have Neptune going direct in Pisces. Now, you'd have noticed there would have been a lot of confusion when it came to higher education, legal matters, travel, visas, anything you were doing like that, including foreign matters, like foreign business matters, anything foreign from yourself. This could also create a lot of confusion in religious matters, like if you go to a religious organization, a lot of confusion and illusions here, right? Now you gain the clarity. With Neptune direct in Pisces, you can travel. This is like you can get that visa done. You have the vision. You're trusting your intuition. You can relocate to a different country. This is completing a cycle you started in 2011. By next year, 2026, you complete with Neptune Pisces, and Neptune will be in Aries. So now you're really completing, and that's now Neptune Aries is going to be about your career. So before you get there, how do you want to expand and grow? What is your personal truth? What is your beliefs? Where do you want to travel to? What legal matters do you need to sort out? That's what Neptune direct in Pisces is giving you the opportunity to do until 2026, okay? And then the change will happen. That being said, December 11th, Mercury in Sagittarius is really great for you communicating in terms of your work. Contracts when it comes to your work, contracts when it comes to services that you offer. This is you very busy. So yeah, we're focusing on your day-to-day routine, your work, your health, your routine, how you're sleeping, how you're eating, how you're managing your time. This is where you're very busy with that, and you're making the plans to expand and grow and what you want within your routine. This is where you might be, like, hey, this is where I need to organize. Organization will be big. You'll also be going for your health checkups, or health checks, or health-related matters will be what you'll be busy with. Even like when it comes to, life coaches, business coaches, this is where you're getting organized. Organization is key. So remember that, Cancer. So making sure you need to go to your doctor, get your checkup, whatever it is you need to do, you're doing it. You're also taking care of your routine, your work, and contracts can come through your schedule. December 15th, Mars is in Capricorn. Now, Mars is a plan of action, motivation. So you're getting things done now, once again, when it comes to your relationships, personally and professionally. This is where you're going, okay, this is what I need to do with this contract. This is what I need to do here. This is what I need to do with this person. You are just really taking action here in terms of relationships. Even with your spouse, it's like, well, this is what we need to do. Now remember, Mars is the planet, or also known as the god of war. So you could be more aggressive. Okay, into January too. You're very aggressive in terms of relationships, or the best thing I can say, utilize this energy for exercise or physical intimacy. Yes. Mars is a planet of the physical intimacy in the bedroom. So it's either you are fighting or you're utilizing this energy for physical intimacy. Very passionate, very hot energy when it comes to Mars. And it needs a place to go. So you're busy taking action with these relationships. If tensions arise with your relationships, personally, professionally, anyone that's opposite you, even a friend, boundaries are necessary. Okay? December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. And this is now new opportunities. So this is where you can see opportunities come through over the next 6 months in terms of your expansion, your growth, travel, right? Over these next 2 weeks, there's going to be a lot about travel, making plans, trips, higher education, expansion, growth, your beliefs, spiritual journeys, pilgrimages, legal matters. This is where you're busy over these next 2 weeks. And what you're busy with, you will see come to fruition 6 months when we have that full moon. Then you complete with the cycle of your expansion and growth and what you're creating in higher education. Even if you want to teach, this is where you are seeing the growth and how you want to grow. And your beliefs are changing. December 21st, Sun in Capricorn. This is opposite you now. This is all focused on your relationships with other people, right? And then December 24th, Venus enters into Capricorn, where it will remain in December, and you're going to see it in January. So you very much, this brings some harmony, some peace to your relationships. You're being very structured with these relationships and what you want to create. This is where you can get money through professional relationships. Money comes to you from other people, right? During this time. And it's also really great to sweeten your relationships. That's what Venus is going to be doing for you. Now, Cancer, do comment your placements and I will respond to. Remember, your birth chart is unique to you. So I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. And yes, happy holidays. Hello, Leo, and happy holidays. December 4th, we have a full moon. And this is like if you've been wanting some wish fulfilled, it comes through to you, right? This is like a completion of a goal, a wish fulfillment, a desire, something you wanted to come through that was really meaningful for you. There can be a shift within your social circles, your friend circles, your family group. You're pretty busy though socializing, so there's gonna be a change here. You will release an outdated vision that you've had that you feel like is not fitted to where you want your future. You might even make changes to the people you choose to associate with. But a lot of opportunities can come through to you based on your collaboration. So if you've been networking, this is where you get the opportunity. December 10th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. Now, there would have been a lot of confusion in terms of dating, intimacy, shared resources, money, taxes, loans, debts. Just a lot of confusion. Neptune direct gives you the clarity and you have the vision now when it comes to your intimate matters and any secrets that are being, withheld, truths are revealed. This is where people can speak from their heart, or it can be even a truth where you're like, oh, this is where I need to draw some boundaries or walk away from the situation. But this gives you the clarity you need when it comes to intimate matters and shared money, spouse's money, your money, business partnerships. You gain the clarity. December 11th, Mercury enters into Sagittarius, and this is really great, right? For romance, creativity, fun, pleasure, children. This is where you're communicating with your kids. If you have children, this is where you're communicating a lot, flirting a lot. When it comes to your loved one, this is where you're having these flirtatious conversations, lots of communication in romance. Okay, really great for creative endeavors, creative projects. If you're an entrepreneur, this is where, your negotiations are coming through, your ideas, the contracts are coming through. December 15th, we have Mars entering into Capricorn. And this is where you're taking action now. Mars in exaltation, yes, you're strong when it comes to your work. This is where you're taking action on your work, your routine, your health, your fitness. You might find a coach, a health coach. You're taking action when it comes to your doctor's appointments if you need to go for that into January. So, if you don't get all done in December, please, you can do it in January too, but you're very much taking action in terms of work, your routine. Tensions could arise when it comes to co-workers or even open enemies. Mars here, it's in its rotation, and this does show tensions are arising, especially for you and within your relationship. So boundaries are necessary. December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to find opportunities for creative opportunities, happiness, fun, pleasure, whatever makes you happy. This is your inner child and what gives you pleasure. It comes through. This is joy, really good. It's also great for fertility. 6 months from now, that you get the fruition of what you've been trying to work towards. It's really great for new love, an existing love. You go out on more dates, right? This is where you're reworking to harmonize things. December 21st, we have the sun entering into Capricorn. December 24th, Venus in Capricorn. Money can come to you and opportunities for the work that you do. Right? This is really great throughout Capricorn season. You will see. So into January, yes, opportunities are flourishing, wanting to come in. Money can come in through the work that you do. Really great money through your partnerships, contracts, deals. Really awesome energy. There's also sweetness too. You're getting into the period of relaxation too. So some sweetness, you can have a sweet tooth here, seeking sweet treats. Venus here likes sweet things, and this is like wanting some sweetness within your day-to-day routine and bringing that harmony and peace. So, even if you're doing things, you're feeling like harmonious and like being Venusian about what it is that you're doing. And that gives you the sense of peace you need in your heart. Do comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you. And happy holidays. And I'll respond to you in the comments. Happy holidays, Virgo. So you start off this month, December 4th, really a full moon. Anything you've been working on in terms of your career, you get the recognition, your hard work pays off. This can be money coming to you based, like that bonus you've been wanting. Opportunities are coming based on your efforts, your hard work. This could also be a time, if you're not seeing what you want to see within your career, you are asked to change your trajectory. This way you can decide, like, I think in the new year, I need something new for me when it comes to my career. If you're not working, this is your sense of purpose, your legacy, what you leave behind, what you're looking for. This is you deciding what you want to do, right? Or if there's anything you started previously, this is where you reap that reward, you know? It's goal fulfillment, anything you've been working towards. So if you've been for the past 6 months planning that wedding, this is your reputation, this is the goal, you see the fruition coming to life with this full moon. So it's nothing bad, but it's definitely going to be a full moon where you're completing goals. If not, you're going to be asking yourself, what are your goals? How can you complete them? How can you achieve the success you want to see within your life? December 10th. We have Neptune going direct in Pisces, and you're about to close out a cycle that you started way back in 2011 with Neptune in Pisces, which created so much of confusion and illusions when it came to one-on-one relationships, both personally and professionally. Things felt confusing. Yes, there could have even been deceptions. You weren't seeing things very clearly within your relationships. Neptune goes direct and you gain the clarity on that day. Take the lessons you've learned when it comes to your one-on-one relationships over since 2011, and even the period of Neptune retrograde within this year, what you gained. Now, you're closing out the cycle. In 2026, Neptune will say goodbye to Pisces. We won't see this again in our lifetime. So this is where you now can gain the clarity when it comes to your relationships, what you want. This is you really focusing on that. December 11th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius. A lot of communication when it comes to family, about your home. So if you've been trying to move home, this is where you get the contract. This is where you're looking at these things. This has everything as well to do with what happened during Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, in November 9th. By the post-shadow period, December 15th, that's when Mercury leaves. And this is important. This is your ruler. So there's any confusion in terms of family dynamics, your home, your living situation, it's going to get cleared up by December 15th. And even when it comes to communication with family, it'll be moving on your living situation smoothly. By December 15th, we have Mars in Capricorn, its exaltation, influencing romance for you. I would say this is a great time to spend time in the sheets, Mars is all about sexiness and action, and you got all the passion here because Mars is passionate. Really great time to do so, or can create tensions within your romantic life, right? This is passion. You have to do something with that heat. Either that heat is going to burn another, or you can use it for the bedroom. That's it, in January as well. So remember that. That's what Mars is here to do. So you're going to see this throughout December and into January. Keep that in mind. Really great time for creative energy. So if you want to get creative, like a project, something you want to work on, when it comes to your children, they could test your patience, but you're taking a lot of action with them. So there might be things you're busy with your kids during this time. But other than that, some patience will be tested here with your children. December 20th. New moon in Sagittarius, and this is all about either you moving to a new home, a new perspective when it comes to your family. Something new is happening within the home, right? Or maybe you and your family are spending a lot of time together. New members are joining the family, new opportunities within the family, changes within the family that are happening. December 21st, we have the Sun in Capricorn. By December 24th, we have Venus in Capricorn. And this is a lot to do now, once again, with love and creativity and pleasure. And here you're opportunities are coming in for creative endeavors, especially if you're an entrepreneur. That's great. Even money through your creative work with Venus entering into Capricorn. So any creative energy that you when it comes to your work, especially for my entrepreneurs, opportunities are coming through. You're very fertile during this time. So this is your fertility period. Venus, there's very much growth, and this is you now really looking at especially sweetness when it comes to your kids. That's really great with Venus entering into Capricorn. That gives you the sweet harmony when dealing with children, harmony and balance, sun opportunities, new things happening around your children. But it's really great time for you, Virgo, to give into pleasure, right? Besides the kids, besides romance and love and all of those things. Relax. This is what I'm saying. Give into pleasure. Go for a walk. Have that ice cream. Enjoy yourself. It's enjoyment. Okay. You'll be actively seeking ways from December 15th on how to find enjoyment. Like, what gives me pleasure? That's important to me, and I'm focusing on that. Comment your placements, and I will respond to you as your birth chart is unique to you. And don't forget, enjoy the festive and happy holidays. Hello, Libra. December, festive season. Yeah, and you are really like completing something. Either you're completing something with December 4th full moon in Gemini in terms of higher education, a course you've been trying to put out, teaching, publications is big and you're very busy with that. Really great time to complete anything in terms of publishing. A belief system shift occurs. That's what you're focusing, your beliefs. You want to grow, right? You want to expand. Sometimes our beliefs keep us stuck, and that's what you are seeking. A really positive time about really looking at what you also want to release and let go on your spiritual journey. December 10th, we have Neptune direct in Pisces. Now, things could have been confusing since 2011 in terms of work, health, and routine. Right? You try to do your routine and then things just come about, things change within your work life, and things just feel confusing with co-workers. By December 10th, with Neptune going direct, you gain the clarity. Clarity on work, your health, and energy improves. And confusing issues when it comes to your job clear up. This is where you can really make a vision of what you want to create. This is going to be the last time with Neptune in Pisces, which will leave in 2026. We won't see it again in our lifetime. Neptune will enter into Aries. So in 2026. So that being said, it will remain. So this is you now completing, hey, what do I want in my work? What is my dream? What is my vision? Gaining that clarity that you received during the retrograde. And you could have felt so exhausted in terms of health matters, but things start improving in terms of your health and you feel great, right? December 11th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius. And with Mercury in Sagittarius, this is you now really focusing on your communication. You're communicating a lot in December. This is like communication and communications you need to have right by December 11th. And remember the retrograde, because in November, Mercury was retrograde in Sagittarius. So you're clearing up any ideas, confusion, especially confusion in terms of communication with others, right? This was your communication, or any confusion like learning or travel. This is where you gain the clarity. Really great for you to learn something, teach something, write something. You're very busy with that. December 15th, Mars enters into Capricorn. And this is like you taking action at home, like moving things, getting rid of things, seeking out a new place, ideas of what you want when it comes to your home life. Very focused, right? Very protective too with your home and family. You might even notice with Mars here. Now Mars here can make you exhausted. It's like burnt out emotionally, struggling to sleep, thinking about your home, what you want, safety and security. Remember, Mars is a god of war, so you're seeking protection for your home life and what you want and within your family unit. Boundaries are necessary with people, especially those close to you and your heart, that try to take advantage. So remember that, especially into December, you're really focusing on this, okay? Use this energy to take action on what you want within your home. Don't get frustrated, but really utilize it too. Okay, what do I want here? What do I want? What do I want to create? How do I need to go about these things? Okay, December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. Love this for you. With the new moon in Sagittarius, it's all about you now really thinking about your ideas, how you communicate, getting news, opportunities when it comes to contracts, deals. Really great energy, especially in terms of work. This is where you can find work or something about health you've been waiting on. You gain the clarity you need, opportunities, but it's really great for short distance trips, travels, seeing relatives, siblings. Really great energy for that. Communications, especially in terms of siblings. And then by December 21st, we have the Sun in Capricorn. December 24th, Venus in Capricorn. This gives you sweetness to your family. Money if you're a home-based business. Okay, this is where you're beautifying your home, making your home feel good, making your loved ones feel good. Venus gives the sweetness, and the Sun here is an opportunity in terms of your home. Opportunities of what you want within your home, whether that's moving, decluttering, making space, making your home feel comfortable. This is what you are doing. And also your emotional well-being. Venus here adds the sweetness. Mars, it could be aggravating from December 15th emotionally, but by December 24th, this is sweetness going into January in terms of your emotional well-being and what you truly need. So those boundaries are very necessary earlier in the month. Comment your placements, your birth chart's unique to you, and happy holidays. Now we'll respond to you down below. Scorpio, happy holidays. Now, December 4th, there's a full moon in Gemini, and this is all about intimacy, money, especially shared resources, business partnerships, spouses, money. Now, if you started anything 6 months ago, this is where you reap the financial rewards. You get the business contract, your spouse gets, the offer. If not, this is where it's time to consolidate debts and loans and taxes. You could also pay off some debts. Intimate matters, anything secret comes to the surface, especially if there's been deceptions, it will be brought up. And as well as anybody is keeping anything on their heart, it comes through. This is the area where communication that needs to be said is said. Okay? You could be feeling quite drained by some relationships, so boundaries are necessary. December 10th, we're going to have Neptune go direct in Pisces, and this is going to give you clarity on romantic relationships, especially those that have been false and illusion. You gain the clarity that you need. You gain the understanding of that relationship. If it's been confusing, there can be healing with Neptune going direct in Pisces, and this will be the last in our lifetime. In 2026, Neptune says goodbye to Pisces. So this is you now fulfilling what you intuitively want when it comes to your creativity, romance, and children. So confusion around romance and children all gets cleared up. If there's been illusions, you will walk away from that. You'll be like, this needs to be dissolved out of my life. Neptune dissolves things. But if it is a relationship that allows for healing and it just needs some clarity, it can happen. Now, December 11th, Mercury enters into Sagittarius, and this is potent. This is you thinking about your income, how you earn money based on your skills and talents. Contracts can come through. Maybe you have to travel a bit here, drive for that interview. That can happen, right? And this is clearing up anything from November when Mercury went retrograde in Sagittarius in terms of income. So there was intense conversations about money. This is going to give you the clarity. This is going to be able to smooth things. This is where the offers come through. There were delays financially. This is where they come through for you, right? You get the contract, you get the opportunity, it comes in. So finances through your resources come through. December 15th, Mars in Capricorn. This is you now taking action, motivation for short distance trips, travel, really great for teaching or learning something, writing something, contracts, deals. You're looking through all of these things, but you're being motivated. Mars is an exaltation here. This is where you might visit relatives, siblings, right? But be aware, Mars too can also have us being frustrated, so aggression can come through. So remember that. December 20th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius, and this is going to give you new opportunities for finances. Money opportunities coming through to you, and you will see the ideas, if you act upon them, you will see them come to fruition 6 months from now. But over the next 2 weeks, there's a lot of ideas and opportunities for expansion, growth when it comes to financial matters based on your skills and talents. Money in your bank account, but it needs to be based on your own personal resources, which is your skills and talents. December 21st, Sun in Capricorn. December 24th, Venus in Capricorn. Love this. This is really great for meeting someone. If you're single, you could meet someone, through your environment and travels, okay? As well as bringing sweetness to how you communicate, healing to communications, opportunities when it comes to contracts, deals. Really a great time for how you express yourself and your connection to other people. I love this for you because now you're taking action on those contracts. You're taking action when it comes to your relatives and siblings, and Venus, it gives just before Christmas, Venus is like the gift here. There's sweetening your communications, especially when it comes to other people. And you will see the opportunities and the blessings flowing in. Do comment your placements and I will respond to you, and wishing you beautiful and blessed, festive and happy holidays to you. Sagittarius, happy birthday, happy holidays. It's very festive. December 4th, full moon in Gemini opposite you. You know what it is. It's dealing with your relationships, personally and professionally. So if you started anything 6 months ago, this is where the opportunity comes to you. in terms of professional success through a partnership. This could also be sales. So like you could also see a lot of sales coming in if you are self-employed. This is where money opportunities can come to you through your relationships. Excellent, right? Now, when it comes to personal relationships, you'll gain the clarity you need. Remember, full moons illuminate things. They give us the truth about our relationships. Where do you need to draw the boundaries, the lines, and where do you need to say no more? Okay, this is where you could be also done with some relationships. Now, if you are in a beautiful and blessed relationship, this is where you can see that relationship going to the next level, deepening. Okay, this is where you can have those conversations to deepen things. December 10th, we have Neptune direct in Pisces. I love this. Neptune direct in Pisces is giving you the emotional clarity you need when it comes to your home, your family life. Some of you are like, okay, this is the clarity I need. Do I need to relocate? Do I need to move home? Do I need to buy a home? Things could have been confusing. There could have been a lot of delays in terms of home and family. Now you gain the clarity. And this is the last we'll have Neptune in Pisces. 2026, Neptune says goodbye to Pisces. In our lifetime, we won't see this. Neptune will enter into Aries. So this is where you're completing the cycle and what is emotionally healing and what is the dream you have within your home and family. December 11th, Mercury enters into your sign. And this is where you have the energy to gain the clarity of the retrograde. Okay, Mercury retrograded in Sagittarius, creating a lot of havoc and confusion. Now, December 15th, the post-shadow period of Mercury retrograde ends. And this is great. This is where you can think clearly. This is where the opportunities come to you, especially if you are met with delays in terms of contracts, deals, negotiations. People get back to you all of a sudden. December 15th, Mars enters into Capricorn. You are taking action on your money. Okay, this is where you're very motivated. This is where you have the ideas. This is where you're like, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to get things done. Watch out though for arguments around money, because that can happen too. This is Mars, the god of war. There's also you finding your sense of self-worth and what you value here. And you're very strong about it. Mars is in exaltation. It loves to be here. So this is where you're like, this is what I'm worth. If either you value me or you don't, okay? So you're working on your sense of self-worth as well in terms of professional and personal relationships. December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius, a whole new you. What do you want 6 months from now when we have that full moon? Ideas will come to, opportunities will come to you. A lot of opportunities are coming to you, but it's based on your goals. This is you. This is where you might decide, hey, I want to present myself differently to the world. How can I grow? I need to make some changes in how I perceive myself so that other people can perceive me in a different way. Very busy energy. December 21st, we have the sun enters Capricorn, and then Venus enters into Capricorn on the 24th. Money, gifts, opportunities, where people could be spoiling you as well. This is where you could be making purchases. This is where you could be spending money, but it's really good for money opportunities as well coming to you. But it is Capricorn, so you're structured and disciplined about it. But whenever Venus enters into that area, it's where you're spending and where you're also seeing opportunities financially that want to come into your life. Do comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you, and I will respond to you in the comments, and wishing you a beautiful and blessed festive and holiday season. Hello Capricorn, and happy holidays to you. Now, this is the season where it is almost your season too, okay? So happy birthday to the Capricorn celebrating in the month of December. December 4th, full moon in Gemini. This is where you get the opportunity for work. So if you applied for something 6 months ago, been working over the past 6 months ago, and what you want for that work offer, it comes through. This is also you completing a work schedule, like having to make a change. Tensions could arise when it comes to co-workers, especially at your company. This is asking you like, hey, do I need to make a change to where I'm working? Watch out for your health. Great time to go for the health checkup, or even give yourself some time out. Rest and rejuvenation is needed. And you're also asked to check your schedule, like how are you sleeping? How are you eating? Are you getting enough rest? You're very busy here. Clarity around wellness in your daily life, and some of you might make some changes to your daily life so you can be more organized, and also so you're more productive when you take care of you. December 10th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces, and there could have been a lot of confusion in terms of and delays when it came to conversations, right? Delays in terms of contracts, short distance trips, tensions as confusion with siblings, right? Revelations with siblings too, and relatives, and within your neighborhood, and delays, like if you were trying to change neighborhoods. Now, finally, Neptune goes direct in Pisces, opportunities to move forward or changes you want within your neighborhood. If you especially want to move to a different neighborhood, clarity when it comes to your siblings. You can work on healing when it comes to your conversations with others. This is your conversation as a whole. And you can see improvement in terms of contracts you've been have been waiting for, right? December 11th, we have Mercury entering into Sagittarius, and you're pretty exhausted. This is where your mind is thinking about the past, nostalgia. This is really great for ending certain conversations. Like, this is what you emotionally can't carry anymore. You might even have a conversation about something that has been about a past event that's been weighing on you and you need to release it. This is you really like needing retreat, deep thought, time out, solitude, intuitive downloads. Really great for meditation and spiritual, connection. But it's you gaining clarity, right? And people from the past maybe might hit you up and communicate with you during this time. Mercury also leaves a post-shadow period, December 15th. So you gain a lot of clarity about what you need to release that you cannot hold on to anymore. By December 15th, I love it. Mars enters into Capricorn. And thank goodness it's like Mars here loves to be in Capricorn. It's in its exaltation. So this is potent, it's powerful, and this is you. And it's like, I need to take action on my goals. What do I want in my life? And you're very focused. And it's like, I need to do this. A surge of energy and vitality comes to your physical body. Please exercise, utilize this energy, be productive. If not, it can get frustrating because you might be frustrated about all the things you want to do and need to do. So be productive instead. You are Capricorn, Saturnian, structured goals, steps you need to take, okay? And you are prepared to do so. Mars will be in Capricorn into January, so be prepared for that. And this can also bring up some tensions, and like I said, boundaries are necessary. You might even decide to draw the line with some people. December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. Time out, spiritual downloads, solitude, seeking that profound spiritual healing. Some of you might even find yourself like just needing time out. Like, I need to lay down. I'm exhausted. Lay down. Okay. Then we have by December 21st, Sun enters into Capricorn. December 24th, Venus enters into Capricorn. Love this. Money to you. This is like opportunities. It's birthday season. Money wants to flow to you. People are giving you things. This is where you're magnetic and you can attract a lot of opportunities. It is your season, so do enjoy it. And you're feeling good and you're feeling like yourself. Once again, you put to bed everything you need to put to bed as you're now stepping into who you are and what you want for the year ahead, right? So celebrate. It's your birthday. It's festive. It's the holidays. And you comment your placements down below because your birth chart is unique to you. And I will respond to you in the comments. Happy holidays, Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, December 4th, we have a full moon in Gemini. And this is going to influence children, right? So you might be thinking more about your children. This is where you're having, especially at Gemini, it's about communication with children. Deeply thinking about what you need to say, what should you say. Tensions could arise with children, so just be prepared for that. It's a full moon. Now, with this full moon, though, when it comes to romance, this can also be like, tensions could arise within romantic matters. And, boundaries are necessary. Some of you might walk away from relationships. Some of you might be asking yourself, hey, how can we ignite the spark? And might go out on more dates. But if there's no spark to ignite, you're done. This would be a time, though, for pleasure, joy, right? And finding that if you haven't been feeling happy, this full moon asks you like, what can I do to bring joy, happiness into my life? Very necessary. Especially if you've been feeling like, down and out. This is where it's like saying, hey, what gives you that happiness? Childhood stuff can come up, or like memories during this time. December 10th, we have Neptune direct in Pisces. Now, there will have been a lot of confusion on money in your bank account, your resources. Delays, especially if you've been trying to apply for work, delays with news, with the retrograde. confusion, having to rework things, relook at things. Now with Neptune direct in Pisces, and this will be for the last time in our lifetime with Neptune in Pisces, because in 2026, Neptune will say goodbye to Pisces and enter into Aries, where it will remain. So that being said, this is where you like financial clarity returning, self-worth strengthens, and you're going after opportunities. You're closing out the cycle about what you want when it comes to your earning potential and your dream and what you want with your money. You're trusting your intuition here. Then by December 11th, we have Mercury in Sagittarius, very sociable energy. Now, this is going to clear up, especially by December 15th with Mercury in Sagittarius, everything that happened in November, because there was Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, confusion with, communications in terms of everyone you socialize with, the family group, the work group, the hobby group, your social interactions for your choice. There would have a lot been like tensions or miscommunication. Now it clears up. I will say if there's been delays in terms of collaborations or deals, this is where the opportunities come through, especially things you've been desiring. You get news about things you have been personally desiring. Clarity about your future wishes and dreams and ideas going forward. December 15th, Mars enters into Capricorn. Lots of people are going to be projecting their anger onto you. See, Mars in Capricorn's behind you. This is where you're exhausted. This is also like you could be having vivid dreams. You need to protect yourself and have some boundaries here. This is where people project anger. This is where you're not sleeping well. This is where you burnt out into January, just before your season. Remember, this is where you're closing out things. This is where you need to close out cycles with certain people and be done with some messy situations. This is also you taking action on your healing, right? If you've been having grief, what you've been closing out, the losses that have occurred. This is where you are like taking action on your healing. Actions on your spiritual journey too. This is where it's a very good time for you to seek that solitude and take action on what you need for you and your spiritual journey. December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. This is great for opportunities in terms of over the next 2 weeks where you're refocusing on your future wishes and dreams, so that can come through for you. And also planting the seeds for what you want to see wish fulfilled 6 months from now. Very sociable time, lots of opportunities within collaboration, networking, online and in person. And what you want for your desires, like a desire you've been having, can come through, an opportunity. But it is a time where you're very sociable. At the same time, by December 21st, December 24th, you're seeking solitude, you're needing some time out and you're exhausted. There's again where you're dealing with what needs to be brought to the surface, hidden enemies coming through, and you need to see things very clearly here. So even though you're social and it's a very sociable time for you, remember you are seeking more time to go within. This is where you are feeling a bit under. Okay, so don't push yourself too hard. It's not that it's not a great festive for you. It is, right? But the Capricorn energy requires you to have some time to you, because next is your season. And your season in 2026, there's going to be a new moon solar eclipse in February 17th in Aquarius. So Aquarius, please use this time to spend some time seeking that solitude, because 2026 there's that solar eclipse February. So understand that this is a time where you are going to be dealing with what needs to be brought to an end. Okay, what you're done with. And isn't that okay? You don't need to carry everybody else's emotional stress, burdens, projections of their own fears. You need to see where are you needing to draw the line with the responsibilities other people put on you, the hidden enemies that are playing games here. You gaining that clarity. Very truthful time. If you have good boundaries though, and there's no hidden enemies within your life, this is you just seeking some time out and needing them, even healing here, mentally, emotionally, and physically, before it's your season. So give yourself that quiet, soulful time of solitude. Comment your placements. Your birth chart is unique to you, and I will respond to you. And once again, happy holidays. Wishing you a beautiful and blessed festive. Okay, looking forward to 2026 and a solar eclipse happening in your sign. Pisces, happy holidays. Now, December 4th, there's going to be a full moon in Gemini, and this is highlighting for you family. You either moved home because also your domestic living situation, your family life changes within your family. This is changes within your domestic life, you finalizing changes within your domestic life or what you want. Also, heartfelt matters. You're releasing something emotionally too that's been weighing on your heart for far too long. Okay, this is where you could be drawing some boundaries with other people emotionally. This is where you're gaining the clarity of your emotional well-being and you're needing some time out from the world. This is not where you are out in the world. This is you at home, decluttering your space, moving things within your home. This is great for shifting the energy, especially if you've been emotionally needing to process some feelings. Great. Getting rid of household items, clearing out your space. Great time to watch a Christmas movie, spend some time cozy on the couch, feeling deeply emotional as there are changes within your home and family. You're more nostalgic than ever. You're thinking about the past, thinking about your family, reconnecting with family. Emotional experiences are highlighted here. December 10th, we have Neptune direct in Pisces. Now, Neptune entered into Pisces in 2011. And you're about to complete a cycle in 2026 with Neptune saying goodbye to Pisces, and we won't see it again in our lifetime. Neptune will enter into Aries. This creates a lot of confusion around yourself, your identity, your sense of direction, and people, places, and situations dissolving out of your life since 2011. Okay, Neptune dissolves things. Now, with Neptune going direct on December 10th, around that time, there is you finally dissolving again situations within your life that you're done with, right? You gain that clarity. And as you move forward, this is where you're fulfilling your dream of what you want for your life, because you have the clarity about what needs to be dissolved. And this is where you get that dream of what you want, as you're not afraid to dissolve the things that are holding you back, whether it's people or places. December 11th, Mercury enters into Sagittarius. Now, there would have been delays in terms of your career, miscommunication, especially with the Mercury retrograde in November. Finally, now you gain the clarity on your career, especially by December 15th, post-shadow period ends, okay? So now you gain the clarity when it comes to your career, your goals, your ambitions. You're having conversations, you see the expansion growth, your faith is renewed, opportunities that were delayed now come through, and this is success for you, right? Interviews, negotiation, visibility, you're out there, you're communicating, you're representing yourself. This is your reputation, you're stepping up into leadership roles. This is what you're doing. And if you don't have a career, this is your legacy. It's still you taking responsibility. Just because you don't have a career and you're retired, or maybe you are not someone who's working in a career, but you are raising kids, that is a job. This is where you are looking at your responsibilities, thinking about how you can represent and show leadership here and get the job done. This is where you work for things. This is where the hard work pays off. Okay, and Mercury will have you thinking about these things. Now, by December 15th, Mars entered into Capricorn in its exaltation. This is you taking action on your future wishes and dreams, what you want for yourself, online and in person, your collaboration, the people that you choose to associate with via choice, you taking action. This is action towards goals and community, and teamwork makes the dream work, and you're very busy towards it, really motivated energy. Now, some of you could get into a friends with benefits situation because Mars is a very passionate planet and heat will be happening, okay, into January. So be prepared for that, but it's okay. This is really positive energy. The only thing is, watch out for impulsive actions when it comes to, when working with others, and tensions could arise within social dynamics with other people. December 20th, new moon in Sagittarius. Over the next 2 weeks, you're going to see opportunities within your career. Opportunities come through for you, for growth, for expansion, for travel within your career based on the actions you've been taking and the ideas and the seeds you plant now, you will see come to fruition 6 months from now. So, Pisces, go forth and make amazing things. December 21st, we have the sun entering into Capricorn, and by December 24th, Venus enters into Capricorn. If you're single, you could meet someone through your friends, the people you choose to associate with via choice, whatever group you're in, this is where you can meet someone, especially Venus there. This is also really great for socializing. Very sociable energy. You're connecting to people. You're also focusing on your wishes and dreams for future. This is also, gifts. You spending on people, people spending on you. This is Venusian energy, okay? So it's like, maybe you're receiving gifts from others. And this way you're also spending on your community, the people you choose to associate with for your choice. Financial opportunities can come through for collaboration, networking, basically coming through for you at this time. So I love this. Very much a time for you to refocus on what you're creating and what you want within your life. It is a time though where you will be walking away from certain situations that have just been like, you're done. It's time to say goodbye. But it is a time where you're very sociable. You're looking to enjoy life. You're having a good time here into January. Okay. Do comment your placements. I will respond to you. And don't forget to, really share the parts of your chart that are important, especially like your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, your Mars sign, because your chart is unique to you. And your placements give me an understanding, and I can respond to you in the comments. And then happy holidays. Wishing you a beautiful, festive. Okay.